I just wanted to address your concerns about my body and talk a little bit about what it means to be a person with a body.
Ariana legit looks like she's auditioning for a role in The Walking Dead now. I'm dead serious. Just take a look. After her recent appearance at the 2025 Golden Globes and BAFTAs, the only question on everyone's mind is Ariana Grande actually dying? Even Andrew Tate had to jump in, bluntly stating he's done with her because she looks too skinny.
Oscars are over. Are you gonna take a little vacation for yourself?
Oh my god, what's that?
Really?
What is that?
I mean, she's gone from pop royalty to looking like she's prepping to play the ghost of her former self. Her dramatic weight loss, skin so pale you'd think she's been living in a basement for years, and a face that barely resembles the Ariana we all know has people wondering if she's fading away right in front of us.
Grande's grueling schedule is taking a toll on her health. That's according to a friend of hers who spoke to the New York Post.
Let's take a step back. This really isn't Ariana looking like a different person, like she woke up and thought, maybe I'll go with glow-in-the-dark skin today. No. Ever since she took on the role of Glinda in the highly anticipated Wicked movie, things have gotten strange. Sure, every actor has to change for a role, lose weight, get jacked, maybe even shave their head if they're feeling extra dramatic, but Ariana has taken it way too far. The first red flag, October 2022. Ariana dropped a pic on Instagram from the Wicked set in London. Blonde hair and bleached eyebrows, and fans collectively lost it. It was a far cry from her signature high ponytail and bronze skin, and she looked, well, let's just say the word fragile doesn't even begin to cover it. People described her as looking small. Not in a cute way, but more like a I haven't eaten since 2021 way.
Do you think Galinda's purpose is in the world of Wicked?
I think Galinda's purpose in the world of Wicked is to hold up the mirror and to make people look inward a little.
Even her boyfriend, let's pause here for a second, married boyfriend Ethan Slater, and her family started to express concern. Ariana addressed it all herself, telling fans that the body they're comparing her to was when she was actually at her worst, mentally and physically, back in 2018. She said she was on antidepressants and had horrible eating habits during that time. But, excuse me, Ariana, are we comparing that to this? Because 2018 photos look like a glow-up compared to this current shadow of a person situation.
I know personally for me, the body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly, and at the lowest point of my life when I looked the way you consider my healthy, but that in fact wasn't my healthy.
Then came the 2025 Golden Globes, and if you thought it couldn't get any worse, it did. Ariana walked the red carpet looking like she hadn't seen food since Thank You Next dropped. Her limbs were so thin they looked like they could snap with a strong breeze, and people were genuinely concerned she might disappear entirely. Twitter blew up. Fans were practically screaming, "Where is Ariana?"
We're gonna go this way.
But no, it wasn't over. The BAFTAs were the final nail in the coffin. At this point, the conversation shifted from, is she on a new diet, to are we about to witness Ariana Grande's slow, painful exit from Hollywood?
And she's got
Her strength.
a little bit of her strength.
Yeah.
And where we shot Wicked, it feels like coming home. And I'm so grateful. And it's so freezing! Thank you. Are you freezing?
Now let's get into the meat, or should I say, the lack of meat on her bones. Ariana has always been petite, but this is something else entirely. Many are convinced that the grueling filming schedule of Wicked has taken a toll on her health. And let's be real, filming Wicked isn't exactly a walk in the park. It's been reported that the rehearsals are insane, with hours of dancing, singing, and trying to embody Glinda's bubbly personality. It took such a toll that Ariana's signature look, her sleek black ponytail, bold winged eyeliner, and I'm a pop star and I own it, makeup is gone. And honestly, we're left wondering if we'll ever see that version of her again. But hey, Ariana wasn't always the high note hitting, ponytail swinging pop deity we know today. Cast your mind back to Victorious in Sam and Cat, when she played the wide-eyed, high-pitched Cat Valentine. With her airhead persona and innocent smile, she became an instant fan favorite. Little did we know, behind that clueless grin, she was secretly plotting her grand escape from Nickelodeon's pink glittery cage.
Performing at that level at such a young age, but also dealing with some of the things that the survivors who've come forward, and there's not a word for how devastating that is to hear about. And so I think the environment just needs to be made a lot safer.
She didn't want to be stuck in the mold of a teen TV star forever, so what did she do? She flipped the script, dove headfirst into the music world, and dropped her debut album, Yours Truly, in 2013. Suddenly, the world saw Ariana in a new light, and those Mariah Carey comparisons weren't just tossed around for fun, but with hits like The Way and Problem came the double-edged sword of fame. Turns out, being watched 24/7 by fans and critics alike is less glamorous and more welcome to your personal episode of Survivor. Then, as the pressure to maintain her perfect pop star image grew, Ariana's glow-up started to feel more like a surgical renovation. Let's just say, some people were probably wondering if they'd walked into a spot the difference challenge when they looked at her old pictures. And just when things couldn't get more intense, the unthinkable happened. In 2017, Ariana's world was rocked when a terrorist attack occurred during her concert in Manchester, England, claiming the lives of 22 fans and injuring many more. Ariana, who had been living the pop star dream, was now thrust into a nightmare that no one could have predicted. In a moment that would define her legacy, she organized the One Love Manchester benefit concert, raising millions for the victims and their families.
With pop superstar Ariana Grande, she's opening up about how she's moving forward from that deadly attack at her concert in Manchester.
But even though she put on a brave face, the trauma lingered. Ariana openly discussed the PTSD she suffered after the attack, and fans noticed a change in her music and demeanor. The tragedy had left a permanent scar, and Ariana's once bubbly persona started to show cracks.
Love from my fans and like seeing people be there for one another and help each other heal, and therapy and time, everything, you know.
As if life hadn't thrown enough punches, Ariana faced another blow when her ex-boyfriend Mac Miller tragically passed away from a drug overdose in 2018. Their relationship had been tumultuous, but his death hit her hard, leaving her emotionally spent. And in the midst of that grief, Ariana also found herself in the fastest engagement in pop culture history, tying the knot, almost, with comedian Pete Davidson. Spoiler alert, it didn't last. Their whirlwind romance crashed and burned, leaving Ariana single, heartbroken, and at the center of every tabloid headline.
Ariana and Pete split, a source told ET they still love each other, adding they are remaining positive and looking forward to a future together where they may be best friends.
Fans weren't just tuning in for the music anymore. They were binge-watching her personal life like it was the latest Netflix drama. The emotional roller coaster of her love life spilled over into her albums, with songs like Ghostin' and Thank You Next laying bare her heartache for the world to see. And remember her Seven Rings era? Where Ariana Grande took her love of tanning to a whole new level. Critics accused her of blackfishing, the practice of altering one's appearance to appear racially ambiguous or black. Her deep tan, gold chains, and trap-inspired beats didn't sit well with some, and the internet wasted no time calling her out. And just when you thought the accusations had cooled off, along came the claims of Asian fishing. Fans pointed out that some of her photo shoots were giving serious East Asian beauty vibes. Was she experimenting with looks? The jury's still out, but one thing's for sure. Ariana's appearance has been the topic of more internet debates than Kanye's latest rant, I'm telling you. The real question is, did Ariana just play around with different aesthetics like any other celebrity, or did she cross a line into full-blown cultural appropriation? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. And hey, if you're vibing with this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, there's plenty more where this came from. Now, remember I mentioned Ethan, Ariana's boyfriend on set? Well, here's the backstory. Ethan Slater, her Wicked co-star, was actually married to his high school sweetheart, Dr. Lily J., a clinical psychologist. They started dating in 2012, got married in 2018, and spent 10 years all together as husband and wife. But in September 2023, their marriage came to an official end. Now, this is the spicy part. Ethan was still married when Wicked filming began, and as you might guess, his wife Lily wasn't exactly throwing confetti when Ariana swooped in. Slater and Grande tried to keep things low-key at first, but as time went on, their relationship started making headlines. By November 2024, they were cozying up together on the red carpet at the Wicked premiere in LA. Ariana, of course, has denied the whole homewrecker narrative, claiming the tabloids were just spinning lies about Slater abandoning his wife and son. But hold on, let's break it down. Slater filed for divorce in July 2023, right around the same time the Wicked filming was on pause due to the SAG-AFTRA strike. And where was Ariana in all this? Oh, just casually meeting Ethan back in December 2022 when the movie started filming. Coincidence? Well, the internet sure didn't think so. Fans were originally hyped to see Ariana take on the role of Glinda in Wicked. I mean, sure, she had done small roles before, like playing a famous singer with a messy public love life in Don't Look Up. And back in 2008, she was in the Broadway musical 13. But Wicked, that's a major role, and with major roles come major scrutiny. Hollywood has a long history of pushing its stars to the breaking point. From Christian Bale to Anne Hathaway, we've seen actors lose massive amounts of weight for roles. Sure, they'll tell you it's for the craft, but every now and then it feels more like a red flag. Take Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. He dropped 52 pounds and openly admitted it left his brain rattled like a loose screw. So, is Ariana Grande following that same yellow brick road to the breakdown hotel? Amish Patel, an aesthetics expert, claims Ariana's startling transformation isn't just weight loss. Nope, it's more about hair dye, makeup, and the fact that she's always been a human pixie. Bleach, contouring, and her natural size combined to give us the new Ariana. Patel says this look is intentional, though Ariana herself has ditched the Botox and fillers since 2018, preaching the gospel of natural beauty. She's embraced aging like it's her new album drop, but you gotta wonder, is everything really okay? If you've seen any of her interviews with Wicked co-star Cynthia Erivo, you might be questioning that yourself. They act like two sleep-deprived middle schoolers on the last day of summer camp, trading MySpace usernames and bawling into their Lisa Frank diaries. They burst into tears at harmless questions like, "Did you enjoy working together?" Spoiler, yes, they did. It's so intense you'd think someone asked them to summarize The Fault in Our Stars instead of what they did on their days off.
We're really sorry. It just happens.
It's really
It
emotional.
happens. We can't help it. We're trying our best. But there's a lot of emotional things that happen, and we're just going with it.
We have For Good on our hands.
Yes.
And
Now that's in like,
we got them on opposites.
Naturally, the internet has taken this and run with it, pumping out TikToks impersonating them sobbing because an interviewer asked, "So what did you have for lunch?" Some fans think they're secretly in love, while others figure they're just riding out some sort of shared existential crisis. Honestly though, it feels like a flashback to that high school production of Legally Blonde, where the two leads were on vocal rest, scribbling on whiteboards, and quietly panicking because one was bound for Broadway and the other, well, wasn't. That kind of psychic stress could break anyone, like Marine Corps boot camp, but with glitter and high notes instead of camouflage and push-ups. Unfortunately for Ariana, this Wicked era isn't even close to the final curtain. With Wicked Part 2 set for release in November 2025, she'll have to endure this emotionally draining merry-go-round all over again. By the end of it, it won't be Ariana Grande walking the red carpet. It'll be Glinda, hollowed out, floating in a cloud of hairspray and sparkles. The last traces of Ariana lost to the role forever. So the real question is, are we watching an actress give everything to her art or witnessing someone slowly lose themselves to the Hollywood machine? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to stay updated on some more breakdowns, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.